Are you familiar with that chest constriction that happens during anxious moments? Those relentless thoughts that keep you awake all night? Those tomorrow-focused anxieties that hijack your current moments? Imagine discovering one phrase, merely 3 words, capable of melting anxiety instantly upon its arrival. Neuroscience researchers have investigated this phrase's brain impact, and their discoveries will revolutionize your approach to stress indefinitely. However, prior to unveiling this phrase, there's something I require you to do immediately. Tap that subscription button and switch on notifications, because this information may determine whether you live anxiously or peacefully. Build upon collections of university research globally and publicly distributed health education materials. This video aims to provide modern information especially relevant for people over 60. Right now, permit me to ask you something truthful. How many of your days have been dedicated to fretting over circumstances that never came to pass? How many beautiful moments have you missed because your mind was trapped in an imaginary future or a painful past? What's true is that anxiety doesn't exist in the immediate present. It simply cannot. Anxiety is always about what might happen or what already happened. It draws energy from temporal zones that aren't real at this moment. And here's where everything changes. The expression that eliminates anxiety is nothing more than, I am here now. Simply 3 words, 9 letters, immeasurable force. When you say these words with true awareness, something remarkable happens in your brain. Investigations using fMRI scans establish that present awareness immediately lowers activity in the amygdala, the fear processing region, while concurrently raising activity in the prefrontal cortex, responsible for rational thought and emotion regulation. Nevertheless, this encompasses more than brain chemistry alone. This centers on taking back your life from the control of non-existent dangers. Think about it. In this particular moment, are you safe? Not about tomorrow's uncertainties, not next week's possibilities, not in those late-night mind-created scenes. This very second. The answer is almost always yes. Currently, you're breathing. Presently, you're in a safe state. Presently, you possess everything required to be here now. Most folks over the age of 60 harbor decades' worth of gathered concerns. Our experience has taught us that unfortunate things do take place. We've undergone loss, dissatisfaction, and wellness obstacles. Given this background, our mental state becomes hyper-alert, ceaselessly monitoring for forthcoming threats. This is what those in psychology identify as anticipatory anxiety, and it's incredibly tiring. It resembles racing in a marathon without moving. Your physical system can't distinguish between actual dangers and invented ones. While fretting about tomorrow's medical checkup, your heartbeat accelerates, blood pressure climbs, stress hormones overwhelm your system, just as if the threat were current. This unrelenting stress not only feels dreadful, it literally fast-tracks aging and impairs your immune capabilities. Harvard researchers made a powerful discovery worth noting. As individuals regularly exercise present awareness, their organisms manufacture decreased cortisol, the principal stress hormone, and elevated DHA, often labeled a longevity compound. Just by bringing your attention back to now, you're literally choosing health over disease, peace over chaos. Allow me to tell you a story that demonstrates this beautifully. A 72-year-old gentleman named Robert existed, whose days were devoured by worry over his cardiac health. Every dawn he rose to check his heartbeat, track every feeling, certain that each day might be his last. His wife witnessed him retreating into this worry cage until one day, while seated in his garden, a butterfly settling on a close flower captured his notice. For just brief moments, his consciousness became fully peaceful. His heart wasn't concerning him. Tomorrow wasn't occupying his thoughts. He was only viewing this butterfly, entirely present at that time. And right then, he grasped something deep. His worry wasn't safeguarding him. It was stopping him from truly living. From then onward, each instant's anxiety manifested. He'd affirmed to himself, I am here now, and redirect his consciousness to something in his immediate setting. Some sound, a bodily feeling, his respiratory rhythm. Gradually, this modest practice transformed his life more completely than any drug had achieved. Now, I want you to pause this video for just 5 seconds and try this yourself. Pronounce aloud, I am here now. Become aware of your body positioned in the chair. Observe the sensation of air on your skin. Hear the sound around you. Notice how rapidly your worry decreases when you genuinely enter now. This isn't wishful thinking or refusing reality. This constitutes something substantially more powerful, pure reality. The present is the only time frame that truly exists. Everything beyond this is either memory or fantasy. As you perceive this completely, not just intellectually but viscerally, anxiety's dominance over you ends. You see you've been suffering regarding situations that aren't real at this instant. And prior to continuing, I require your assistance in sharing this message. Write a comment with 1 if this clicks for you, or 0 if you remain skeptical. Your involvement helps this video get to others who desperately require these insights. At this point, let's explore how to employ this phrase successfully, especially when anxiety intensifies. The essential element isn't using it as an instrument to fight anxiety, trying to eliminate the anxious feelings. Rather, employ it as a stabilizer, a soft prompt to come back home to now. As you recognize anxiety escalating, pause, breathe in gently. Articulate I am here now, either out loud or internally. Next, activate your senses. What appears in your sight? What sounds reach your ears? What feelings are present in your body? This simple practice interrupts the anxiety spiral before it gains momentum. Neuroscience shows us that you can't simultaneously be fully present and fully anxious. These are incompatible states. Presence erases anxiety the way light erases darkness. Not by fighting, but just by being. For those of us past 60, this technique is exceptionally helpful because we often harbor not just immediate concerns, but also amass anxiety from a lifetime of obstacles. We may stress over health matters, financial security, our children or grandchildren, or losing our autonomy. These are valid concerns, but anxiety about them doesn't fix them. It only prevents us from enjoying the good moments we still have. Action fixes issues. Being present offers peace. Worrying accomplishes neither. Here's what makes this phrase exceptionally powerful. Operates right away, costs 0, has no adverse reactions, and you can apply it everywhere, always. So this is your challenge. Whenever you observe anxiety appearing, utilize the phrase, I am here now. Express it with awareness. Reconnect with your senses. And here's what I'd like you to do this instant.